Welcome back, besties. Welcome back. And as you can see, we have a new setup. We got our special guest right here, Mr. Teddy. We are borrowing Mr. Teddy from Guppy for tonight's podcast. He will be sitting in with us. And I just set this up earlier tonight. I moved my couch over here and I was like, this is the perfect little podcast couch. And I had a new idea. My podcasts are always going to be on this couch at the end of the night in my pajamas. So we are going to call them pajama podcasts. How do y'all like that? Anyway, we're on the road to 100K. So if you are new here, please hit that subscribe button before we start. But I do want to say thank you guys for tuning in. And I'm super excited about these podcast videos because I can basically just sit down and talk to y'all about whatever topic I want to talk about for the day. And I could drop one of these every night if I want to. And honestly, I don't even care if anybody watches them or not because it's like little vent sessions as well. So on a year or two, I can always come back and reflect. And then it's also a good way for my new subscribers coming in to get to know me a little bit better. Okay, so tonight's topic is a very good one, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna try not to rumble on and on and on about it, but it's a good one. Okay, we are going to be talking about celibacy. Yes, I've been celibate for the past 5 years. It's like when I say it, it doesn't even sound right. Okay, it's kind of crazy. But I do want to talk about like my dating life through my adulthood and my baby daddies and all that. So that way it can. You'll understand why I've been celibate for 5 years. And my dating life since I've been an adult is my dating life since I've been an adult is pretty basic. You know what I'm saying? It's not really a whole lot to talk about. So I can sum it up pretty quickly for you guys. So we'll start when I was around 19, 20, because that's when I got with my first daughter's father, Ayani's father. I was 20. So it was the summer of 2003. This was right before I turned 21. That's why I remember so well. And me and him were together for 10 years. So we broke up like I want to say like 2012. We was like right there almost at our 10-year mark. So Yanni was only like 3 years old. It was kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying? But me and him were together for 10 years. It was a it was a rough relationship, you know what I'm saying? And it was also a rough breakup. It took a few years before we really got to be able to be friends and wasn't so argumentative towards each other and was able to actually co-parent or whatever. But yeah, me and him was together for 10 years and when I broke up with him, I was still dancing at the time. And the whole time I was with him, I was dancing. And he was in the streets doing whatever and stuff. So it was just, we were young. We were in our 20s. We were enjoying life. It was crazy or whatever. So when I finally broke up with him in 2012, it was just me and Yanni, and I was still dancing or whatever. So things was kind of like a little struggle. I was a new single parent or whatever. So I had a babysitter and I would drop her off on the weekends and I would grind out and work or whatever. And coming out of a 10-year relationship, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I enjoyed my single time and my freedom and stuff because when I was with Ayani's father, I didn't cheat on him the whole time. So when I finally broke up with him and I got some freedom, I enjoyed my freedom for a few years, okay? I really did. I was still dancing, I was working, I was just enjoying life. And then a couple years later, I ended up getting pregnant with Araya. And me and Araya's dad are like, it was just like a spur of the moment thing that happened. And I got pregnant with her. And Yanni was 7 at the time. And considering the situation between me and Raya's dad, like me and him weren't even super close, and I ended up getting pregnant with Araya. Like, no lie, I only slept with him like twice and I got pregnant. So it was kind of crazy. So when I got pregnant with her, I automatically knew in my head, okay, this baby is going to be your responsibility and you are going to have to take care of her by yourself no matter what. You know what I'm saying? That's how I went into it because, like I said, me and her dad wasn't super close and he was just acting real funny and moving funny, and it was just a bad situation. So I already knew that it was gonna be me and Raya, like ride or die with Yanni, you know what I'm saying? I knew I was gonna have to take care of my baby and I accepted that. So I had Raya in 2016. And when Raya was born, her dad ended up going to jail. And he went to jail like maybe right before she turned 1. And he was in there until he's probably been out of jail like maybe a year now. So for almost like the first 6 years of her life, he was in jail and just non existent. She really doesn't know him, you know what I'm saying? And since he's gotten out of jail, he really hasn't done much at all, you know what I'm saying? So that's just a whole nother topic. But anyway, I had Raya. And then after I had Raya, I was out there still enjoying my life or whatever. And that's when I started talking to Desi and Guppy Daddy. But I had already known Desi and Guppy Daddy for years prior to this because me and him were really good friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were like, he was kind of like my best friend. Like, I would call and talk to him when I had problems and stuff. Like, we were really good friends, and I had known him for a few years. And right after I had Raya, me and him started talking, and it turned into a little bit more than a friendship because he was just breaking up with his girlfriend at the time. So it ended up turning into more, and me and him started talking. And then I had Desi, and then a year, Desi wasn't even a year old. She was like 6, 7 months old when I found out I was pregnant with Guppy. And then once I found out I was pregnant with Guppy, it was like a lot of things was just going on, and it was like a eye opener, okay? Because I was like, okay, I'm about to have my fourth child. My life really isn't together, and it looks like I'm gonna be raising all of these kids by myself because I've always had real big goals and dreams, and I'm always trying to work hard towards them or whatever. And it just felt like at the time, Desi and Guppy Daddy wasn't really working towards anything, and I was really looking out for him more than he was looking out for me. And then he wasn't doing anything with the kids. He had just lost his license, and it was just a whole mess. You know what I'm saying? So that really gave me the strength to say, okay, I'm going to be by myself and I'm just going to focus on these kids. So that's how I ended up with 3 baby daddies. That's to sum up my adult dating life. Yanni's dad, and then Araya's dad came along. That's a totally different topic. And then me and Desi's daddy were together for a while, and that ended up not working out after a few years. And then when I got pregnant with Guppy, it was 2019, and she was born February of 2020. So as soon as I brought Guppy home from the hospital, that's when COVID hit. So it really allowed me to say, okay, I'm not dating right now because I got a brand new baby at the house. I got all these kids that I'm trying to take care of. I was roommates with somebody at the time, and then a pandemic had hit. So I was like, okay, I can't trust it because I can't trust getting sick, and I can't trust getting my kids sick in the middle of a pandemic. And then we started getting the unemployment and all the stimulus money and stuff. And I started investing all of that into a business. So between having 4 kids, all under 7, 3 of them were 4 and under, and a brand new business and a pandemic, it made being celibate real easy. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't a hard decision. And I've basically been celibate ever since I found out I was pregnant with Guppy. So, so I want to say like around this time in 2019 is when I started my celibacy journey, and it's been a journey, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I can honestly say that I've kept myself so busy over the past 5 years that it's not really a big distraction. You know what I'm saying? Between the kids, business, doing my content, and all of that, it's not a real big distraction. And then another thing that makes it super easy to stay celibate is I live in Atlanta, Georgia, okay? And the dating scene in Atlanta is trash. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's be real. First of all, 8 out of 10 guys that are here are either in a relationship and pretending to not be in a relationship, possibly on the down low, or they just want one thing and that's about it. They just want to live their bachelor life, okay? And the rest of the guys are in relationships, and maybe they not cheating right now, but they might be in the future. Atlanta's dating scene is trash. Like, I've tried the online dating sites as well over the years, and I never have any luck with that. I always end up deleting my account, like not even within 72 hours, okay? I just don't like the online dating, and then I have big anxiety. So it's kind of hard to date online. So I was like, I was just going to give up the online dating and not even try that. And then I'm a girl mom. All of my kids are girls. So that makes it even harder to date because I don't want just anybody around them. You know what I'm saying? So I got to be extra picky when it comes to dating. So for real, when I do start dating, he's going to have his own house because I'm not going to want him around the kids right away. And I'm going to want to go over there and visit him. Like sometimes during the daytime, he can come over here or whatever. But at the same time, bro, you're going to want your own place because you're going to want to break away from these badass kids sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of crazy. And then y'all know when I'm going on what I got going on in life right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm still struggling. I'm still trying to make things work, and it's just been a little rough. So how do I look like dating and worried about a man and my life ain't right now? So I'm trying to make sure my life is balanced and me and my kids are straight and I can maintain that, and I'm not really hurting on that before I really try the dating scene again, because when I do start dating again, I'm 41, you know what I'm saying? So when I do start dating again, I want it to be a longevity. I want it to be for a husband, and I want a certain type of man. So in order to get that certain type of man, I got to make sure I'm a certain type of woman. And right now, the woman I am isn't going to attract that type of man. It might, but it's going to be even harder to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I want a man that's handsome, well established, preferably has his own business because he knows the hectic lifestyle of having his own business. One who does not mind content creation because the camera is always going to be rolling over here. So he has to be down to be in our videos as well. One who loves my kids like I love my kids. One who preferably already has kids so that way he doesn't want any more, because I'm not trying to have any more kids. You know what I'm saying? Because I already have four gonna getting ready to start school this fall. I'm not trying to start over. I'd have to be super rich with a nanny, rent paid up for 5 years until that kid go to school, that type of situation. Other than that, So I doubt that's gonna happen. Okay, I think shop is closed, so he needs to have his own kids and stuff. So I know if I have all of them specifics for a man, I might not be able to hit each one on the list, but I'm trying to hit the majority of the ones on the list. So, with all of those categories on my list, I know I'm gonna have to better myself, you know what I'm saying, before I can attract the type of man that I actually want. So, I've been just chilling for the past 5 years. Does it get lonely? Of course it gets lonely. Of course it does. Because sometimes, like me, especially around the holidays, maybe around your birthday, times like that, you might get a little lonely. But for the most part, am I stressed about it? Not really. Not really. Because for real, I'm enjoying this peace. I'm spending time with my kids. They're in their younger years and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I'm enjoying this peace. I don't have to worry about nobody, where they at, where they going, what they doing, who they with, what's in their phone. Like, I'm really enjoying my peace. And when I do bring a man into my life, I want to be comfortable with him so that way I don't have to worry about him, where he's at and what he's doing. And in order to be comfortable with him, I need to be comfortable with myself to guarantee that I'm doing what I need to be doing to make sure that my man is happy and he not going nowhere. Because I'm going to be confident like, oh, I know I'm doing what I'm doing. I know the household held down. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't got to worry about my man doing whatever. So yeah, it's hard and it does get lonely, but my kids, I'm not gonna lie, my kids are the big part of the reason why I'm able to push through and maintain it. And then, like I said, I live in Atlanta, so dating out here is a little different. And then I don't go anywhere, y'all. Y'all know this. Like, I don't go anywhere because I'm always in the house with the kids. And right now, I don't even have a car. And so, how would I even meet anybody? And then, like, I've had Facebook for years. So, like, every couple years, I might start talking and chit chatting with a guy on Facebook, but it never works out good. Let me tell y'all, like, the last guy I was chit chatting with on Facebook was probably, I want to say, maybe it's been probably a year or two now since me and him was like chit chatting, and it was just like a hey, how you doing, good morning, have a good day type thing, just love those type of vibes. Well, the last time I talked to him, he had sent me a message like, hey, beautiful, hope you have a good day, yada yada yada. And I sent back a message like, okay, hey, how you doing, I hope you have a good day too, or whatever. And that was it. Y'all, why the next day, I swear, I kid you not, the next day on Facebook, this man, I'm not lying to y'all when I say this man posted pictures of his wedding. I swear. Posted pictures of him getting married. Or like, no lie, like videos, pictures and everything. And I was shocked. I was like, wow, bro, I was just in my inbox yesterday. And then the crazy part was he never posted the girl on Facebook. You would have never known he was in a relationship or nothing. And the even crazier part was I was looking through the comments on all the wedding pictures and stuff, and everybody was in the comments like, wow, OMG, congrats. We didn't even know you was getting married. So yeah, that was the last time that I entertained someone off of Facebook. Okay? And that was probably the last time that I even really talked to anybody. So that just lets you know ninjas ain't ish, okay? So with that being said, and that was just like a year or so ago. And then it was this another dude on Facebook. that me and was talking for like a couple of weeks or whatever. And he seemed pretty cool or whatever. But he was too much of an attention seeker. Now, he would have been cool if he wasn't so much of an attention seeker. Like, he was just posting on Facebook like 20 times a day, and some of the stuff he was posting was just a little. But he would have been a cool person because he liked to be in the camera and stuff like that. So we could have did a couple channels and all that, but he was just too flirtatious. And I was just like, mm-mm. I ended up deleting him and everything. But yeah, that's how that went. And ever since then, I just been pretty much chilling because, like I said, Atlanta's dating scene is trash. We all know this. A lot of the guys here are undercover and some more stuff. So my future husband is probably in Texas or Mississippi, possibly even New York or something. Maybe I'll meet him while he's on vacation or online or something. But I don't think he resides in Atlanta. And if he does, or if he is on the way to Atlanta, he's definitely from another state because we all know this. If you're from Atlanta, it's just the Atlanta dating scene is trash. It's probably trash in a lot of cities, but in Atlanta, it's extra trash. And I can honestly say that a lot of the women have probably ruined it out here as well. You know what I'm saying? So that's another reason why I just don't date. And then for safety purposes, you know what I'm saying? Because you might meet a guy, hit it. You might not hit it off. He might hit it off. You might not like him. You cancel him. Next thing you know, he tripping and stuff. So I just gotta be extra cautious. And that's why I said I'm really focused on getting my life together, y'all. Hitting this 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'm more focused on that than worried about a man. That's more important to me. So if you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. But all of my kids will be in school starting in August. And I'll probably get another car at the end of the year and stuff. So when I get another car, like when the kids are in school, I might go out to like Applebee's or Olive Garden or a little bar and grill and sit down and take my laptop, have lunch, edit some videos and stuff. And maybe I can meet somebody that way. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be running background checks. I gotta make sure you ain't married. You gotta be able to show me off, okay? You know what I'm saying? So that way I can guarantee that you ain't got no secret family that's up the street or something. And then I would possibly want to do like a couples channel and stuff like that. So the time is coming, and it's coming soon, but I don't know if it'll be 2024. And if it is 2024, it'll be like the end of 2024 going into 2025. Like, I'll say the beginning of 2025. That's probably when I'll be ready to start dating again because all of the kids will be in school. I'll have them on a good routine and stuff. And it'll be halfway through the first school year. We'll be on a good schedule and stuff. So by then things should be looking a lot better. So after the holidays and stuff come January, it might be a good time to start dating again. But I am going to be very, very picky because I do have daughters and I do want them to have a good bonus dad, you know what I'm saying? A good role model, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully he has girls so he know how girls are, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to see how this goes. But it's not as hard as you think, ladies. You just got to keep yourself distracted and busy and focused on something. Like, I can honestly say that my girls keep me super busy. And when I'm not busy with them, then I'm busy doing this, making content or making TikToks and stuff like that. I had my phone recording for TikTok because I was going to do a time-lapse video. Let me stop it, y'all. Jesus. Okay. But I'm either making TikToks or cleaning up or cooking, just being a mom, you know what I'm saying? Or spending a little bit of time to myself. And when I get my little quality time to myself, I like to catch up on my favorite YouTubers. I watch their vlogs and stuff, and I support their channels. So I'm pretty much busy all the time. And by the time I get the kids down, they give me a run for my money, okay? And they're not on a good schedule. That's why I'm excited about them starting school. And I need to get their rooms right because they still sleep in the bed with me. You know what I'm saying? So how am I have company over? I can't. You know what I'm saying? I can't. So once school start, I get them used to sleeping in their own rooms and stuff and get their rooms set up the way they need to be. Then I could possibly look into finding my soulmate. And it might take a few years, and I'm okay with that because I have things that I'm focused on right now too. Like I'm gonna build up my YouTube channel to my 100K subscribers, and then once we reach the 100K, our next mission will be 200K, 300K, half a milli, 1 milli. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll be financially stable. And once I get financially stable, I can start investing some of my money into the businesses that I wanted to do. And then I also want to work on getting my real estate license as well. So it's a lot of stuff that I want to work on over the next year or two. So it's going to keep me busy. And early next year, I probably will be ready to date again. But it's not hard. It's not hard, especially when you have small children. I think having the smaller children makes it easier. Like if all of my children were teenagers like Yanni age, it might be a little bit harder because the kids would be off in their own worlds doing what they want to do, ignoring me all day long. But with them being younger and just constantly up under me and harassing me all day long and keeping me busy, it does make it a lot easier. And like I said, I know what I want this time around, and I'm willing to wait for that and better myself to get that. So it's a process, but we're going to be okay. And I am excited about dating and stuff. And when I do start dating again, y'all gonna hear all the tea. I'm gonna tell y'all about him and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna see how it goes. Because another thing that I did want to do before I started dating was I do want to get my teeth fixed. You know what I'm saying? I want to get my teeth fixed. I probably want to gain 20, 30 pounds. You know what I'm saying? I just want to get myself right. I want to get my kids right. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want a man to come in and have to help with all of that. Because then I will feel like I'm a burden on him. You know what I'm saying? I want him to just come in and we can help better each other, but we'll be more focused also on just being able to enjoy each other's time because I don't want it to be stressful or whatever. Because I know, baby, once I do get a man, oh, it's only up, okay? Because if I had a man right now, I'd be super rich. I'd be straight because then I'd have a partner who was really helping me and had my back so I could create content and focus and work and not be in survival mode because I know I had somebody who had my back. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're in survival mode and it's just you, it makes it a lot harder to really put out the content that you want to put out. So I'm just trying to just stay consistent as y'all can see and just keep posting because I know our time is coming and we're going to be good soon. And once we get good, then I'll worry about dating and stuff like that. But until then, I'm enjoying my single life and I'm enjoying my kids and stuff. It is what it is. I do love it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind a good sugar daddy or something to maybe help out. A sugar daddy that don't want no sugar though. But I wouldn't mind something like that. So if you're interested, drop me an email. No, I'm just playing though. But yeah, that's my day in life. Like my baby daddies, like they like they scarred me from the dating world. Like, they really made me say, okay, I'm going to slow down. I'm going to take my time this time around so that way I can really find a winner. And then it's especially important for me to have a good role model for my children. He has to be a good, God-fearing man to be around me and my children. And I want him to be a business owner with goals and stuff so that way we could start a business together as well and build a real empire over here. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not trying to do no little stuff. I'm trying to do big stuff. So I needed him to be able to believe that it can be done so we can manifest this together. I don't want somebody who can't believe in my dreams. He's got to be a dreamer and a goal getter just like me. You know what I'm saying? And when I'm in grind mode, I hustle hard. So I need him to be the same way. My baby daddies ain't that. Oriah's dad may be like that, but he hustled the wrong type of way. So, Desi daddy and Yanni daddy, no, they're not goal getters. We gonna depend off this woman right here type guys. And I don't want that situation no more. But yeah, so I know exactly what I want in a man because I'm trying to build an empire with this man for our family. So I'm going to be very picky. And in order to get that man, I got to better myself. So I don't want to stress myself out and take my eyes off of that target by being distracted by somebody who is not even really worth my time for real, because I know I don't want to really build with them super long term. You know what I'm saying? So I just been chilling. It is what it is, and I like it here. I do like it here. But that's my dating life, because I know everybody always asks me, well, where your baby daddy's at? They living their life. Yanni's dad has her right now, so he's helping out with her. Araya's dad is doing God knows what. I did hear he possibly had another one on the way. He already has a couple that's a lot older than Araya. And then Desi and Gubby Daddy just had another baby that's probably getting ready to turn like a year old. And ever since he had that baby, he's been stepping it up a little bit more, but not like he should be. Okay, so that's the story on that. And that also explains why I've just been celibate for the past 5 years and just decided to focus on me and my kids. And COVID made it real easy to do it, because for the first few years after COVID, I was just really scared to even be with anybody because I didn't want to catch COVID and bring it to my kids. You know what I'm saying? So that made it even easier. And then dating in Atlanta was the icing on the cake to really seal the deal, because the dating pool out here is trash. Okay? So that's it. That's my story. And that's our podcast for this evening. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't know what we're going to talk about. Oh, I think for the next podcast, I'll probably do this one tomorrow night. I do want to talk about TikTok shop and just TikTok possibly being banned and all that other stuff. Because I've been on TikTok shop as a seller for a good maybe 8-9 months now. So I'm going to give y'all the tea on that. But yeah, that's our podcast for the evening. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If y'all have any questions, leave them down below and I will answer them in the beginning of the next podcast. So that's what we'll start doing. If there was anything I left out in the podcast, just leave it in the comments below and I'll see the comments. And at the beginning of the next podcast, before I start that topic, I will answer your questions if I haven't already answered them in the comment section. And let me know what you guys think about my little podcast set up right here. I'm really loving it so far. I do love it. So I hope you guys love it as well. And plus, it'll grow with us. You know what I'm saying? This is just the beginning. But like I said, it's going to be a pajama podcast series. So I really like having my nice couch here, Mr. Teddy, and my neon signs and stuff. I have a little ring light right here on the floor just shining up light, and I can change the color on that, so we can change the vibes on that every once in a while. I'll probably get like a little table or something to set on one end of the couch so I can set my cup, because when I do talk to y'all for a while, my mouth gets dry. That's why I'm about to end the vlog, because my mouth is so dry. Because other than that, I keep talking and talking and talking, and it's almost like 3 a.m. Like, I really waited for all the kids to lay down before I did this vlog. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up this podcast for tonight, and I will be back with tomorrow's podcast, and we will talk about TikTok Shop and the products, and TikTok possibly being banned, and just life as a full-time content creator in general. And also drop down in the comments what type of podcast y'all may be interested in for our pajama sessions. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and until the next video, besties.